A historic visit for members of the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard, regiments and reserves stationed in Tobago. This as the Chief of Defense Staff, Brigadier General Roland Mundy, along with several high-ranking officers of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force, brought New Year's greetings to their Tobago colleagues.
In his inaugural visit to Tobago in his official capacity as Chief of Defense Staff, Brigadier General Roland Mundy, along with several commanding officers in the Trinidad and Tobago Regiment, visited the Coast Guard base in Orange Hill, the Defense Force Reserves in Shore Park, and the Army camp at Signal Hill. First up was at the Coast Guard base, where the Brigadier and his entourage were greeted with songs of the national instrument and several eager seamen and women.
Let us remember that we are giving ourselves in service to country and people. And as a result of that, your purpose here becomes critically important. Who you are within the force is important for you to remember. Why you are here is also important for you to remember. The people of Tobago are depending on you because you are the people here, as they depend on the defense force on the wider scheme in Trinidad and Tobago.
It was then on to the Defense Force Reserves base in Shore Park. Here, the Brigadier and his team were taken on a tour of the facility. The Chief of Defense Staff was even introduced to a local organization, Forces United, which comprises of soldiers, firefighters, and police officers.
We officially launched in 2009, and we are now getting the word out there that we're here. We have just been on the media, both the radio and visual media, and we are going to expand. This year is a year for great things for us.
After touring the entire facility, Brigadier General Mundy sought to know the significant contribution by Lance Corporal Brent McKenna by promoting him to full corporal. In his address, Brigadier Mundy spoke on commitment, tradition, and culture.
The tradition of loving and having a fraternal relationship with your partner within the force is exhibited here. The commitment to doing things correctly and doing it because you have to do it, but because you want to do it, is exhibited here. And our culture is changing, because you're not depending on anybody else but yourselves to do what you feel is correct for your brothers and sisters.
Last up was at the Signal Hill Regiment. Here too, the Brigadier also addressed these soldiers. For the Department of Information, I am Stefan Williams.